beautiful. Perfect. Splendid. Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. The job that I'm on my way to now, I was servicing this lady's boiler a couple of weeks ago now, and she said she'd had a leak behind her toilet and she'd had another plumber out to come and sort it. Now she said she'd already paid the plumber to come back and put the toilet in, but he was waiting for the concrete to dry. Anyway, long story short, I sent Aidan yesterday to go and just pop the toilet back in. It's a back to the wall one, and when he took the bag out of the drain, out the clay pipe's all smashed, so he couldn't get the pan connector in. So I'm going to go this morning. I'll have to chop the concrete up that the plumber's put that back down. I'll have to use a clay to plastic adapter, bring plastic up, and then I'll just have to refit the toilet. It's really annoying when, well, it's frustrating for me because it gives plumbers a bad name. I don't know why. I never charge until the job's done, so until the customer's completely satisfied I won't charge. But he's took the money and clearly he had no intention. He must have known he broke that drain, so he had no intention of coming back. And I know there's always two sides to every story, but it does give plumbers a bad name. And I'll tell you at the end of this video, I went to a job yesterday, I'll not tell you the story now, and the plumbing was absolutely horrendous on it. Some of the worst gas work I've ever seen. But yeah, I've just picked some soil pipe up from the yard. I'll head over there now and we'll see if we can get this sorted for the customer. So this is the job. I think the plumber's had this bit of flooring out here to repair that pipe. It looks as if there's a pipe there. So we're going to have to be really, really careful. I don't know what that is, but you can see the clay's bust. So we can't really put a pan connector back in there because we're not going to get a seal. My plan is chop this out, take this clay out there. We'll have to put a bag in the drain. And yeah, take it back to that collar, and then we'll use an adapter to come up in plastic. So we'll get this bagged off and we'll get this sorted. Get my old towel down there. We'll shove right in. What we can't afford to do is break the collar at the bottom. So we'll just chip carefully. Yes, perfect. I don't know how. That must have been from the previous plumber, because I put a bag down, I put a towel down there. So I don't think he bagged it off before, because there's no way I've knocked that down there. But anyway, you can see the clay's completely intact where we need to join onto, so I can get an adapter in there and just bring plastic up through now. It's always the hard bit, because what you can end up doing is cracking it further down if you're not careful. So we're using a McAlpine DC1, and this will take us from clay, or they actually fit sometimes in cast as well, back onto plastic. So it's a little bit like a pan connector. So that should go inside our existing clay pipe with a bit of luck, and then the plastic will just go into this top. Might need to chop a bit more out if I can't get it in. Yeah, I'm going to have to take a bit more out. The most important bit of that, not any crap going in the drain. Plenty of lubricant on there. that should push in. Beautiful. Perfect. Splendid. So as you can see, that adapter's gone all the way in there. That will give a proper seal, airtight and watertight, and it's well away from that wristband as well at the bottom. So there should be absolutely no issues with that. And then we can just put plastic into there and I'll make good round the area. I'll bring the pipe just above the floor. I'll bring it to 230, and then I actually picked up a new FlexiPan connector for that. And then the FlexiPan connector should push straight in. So yeah, we'll do a bit about 230, that'll be fine. That end is chamfered as well. I don't know if you can see. That was like the machine end of the pipe, so it's chamfered. Perfect, that'll be no problem. What I'll do, I'll make good with a bit of sand and cement around that cut, round this outside, and then we can just get the toilet put back in. Pop a new pan connector, the little one off. Oh, blimey, is that stuck? Pop a new pan connector and a new flush pipe code on. Might need a bit of grease. I don't like greasing these. Sometimes they can come off, but that is really tight. A bit of silicone lubricant grease. Some of these spigots are really, really tight, some of them are loose. Oh. Yeah, that'll be fine, that won't come off. I don't know if that's ever been sealed, that, you know. It maybe hasn't. I always seal mine in. But I wouldn't have thought the old plumber would have cleaned all that off. Fortunately, it's one of these panels where normally what I'll do is I'd fit the pan in now, but because the panel pushes on, I've got to push the pan along first. This flush pipe actually got a lip on, so it won't actually push further back than it needs to go in. I'm assuming it's all set up for the right distance. So we're going to put the panel on, and then we'll have to get the pan in. Brackets are already on the floor for the toilet, so they should go back how they were as well. And the water was onto the system as well, so I'm not going to flush it now clearly, otherwise I'm going to get wet. So I'm assuming that's all filled up and the pipe is actually connected up underneath. That toilet's in, so we can actually flush test that now, get a hand right behind, make sure we've got no leaks, and that should be sorted. Don't know what that bit's off. Oh, I see what that bit's off. We're not flushing. Why is it not flushing? Oh, because the air tubes aren't connected up inside. Oh, the air tube's broken on that. That pin's bust on there. We're going to have to just do away with that plate and just link them all the way through. It won't make any difference, it's just like a cosmetic thing. Unless I swap them to that side. I can use them ones. That's what I'll do. It's all dry down there. It should be alright. Make sure the water level stops. Beautiful. I think I'm going to seal behind at the back as well. I think they always look better done. Looks more finished. That's it, job done. All sealed up, everything's working. Everything's put back. Beautiful. That's got that one all sorted. The customer's over the moon with what I've done. I say I don't know why the other plumber won't, well, I partly do probably know why he won't come back, because he's already had his money, and on his quote, on his thing, it said he was going to come back and fit that toilet. Well, he probably knew he broke that drain collar. I don't know, maybe he did, maybe he didn't, maybe he should have sorted it. I mean, it's taken a couple of hours, and you know, the customer's unhappy with that plumber now. They're never going to get any work from there again, you know, so it's one of them. I say, I went to a job the other day and I was just asked to put a thermostat in the house, and I parked round the back and they'd had the annexes all done up as well. And what they've done, well, the first thing I noticed was well, as a plumber you always look at the flues, don't you, and stuff like that, and the condensers and the blow-offs. And the blow-offs are just shoved straight through the wall. Condensers are just straight through the wall. They're not into a drain. They've clipped a waste pipe around the outside of the building, and where they've stepped over the gas pipe's just on the side of the building with nail-on clips. Where they've put T's, bits of pipe up, and then they've melted the waste pipe. I don't know what they've done. I say, I fitted the thermostat in the main house because it was all wired up wrong. You should fit a thermostat anyway when you fit a boiler. As I said, there was a 30 kilowatt boiler in the house and there was two 24 kilowatts in the annex. The gas pipe must be undersized because they've come off the meter. It's 22mm, runs along. T's, they've gone into a 50mm track pipe, no amalgamation tape on the fittings or anything like that. Goes, well, I don't know, 20-25 metres. I want there to like look at that, but all I've done is advise the customer to have a gas safety, get gas safe out and have a look at it. Anyway, it runs all the way along, and no amalgamation tape on the other end, straight onto a fence post, nail on clips onto there, so if the fence post goes, it's taking everything with it. And then just round the outside, feeding two, well, I'm assuming the 24 kilowatt combis. I didn't actually take the lids off, but they're going to be a minimum of 24. There might even be 30. So that means you've got 30 kilowatt systems in the house, and then you've got two 24 kilowatt combis in the annex, upstairs and downstairs. So there's no way you're going to have enough gas pressure there off a standard meter. So I just don't know what goes through people's heads. They've got a problem in the annex. Luckily, the boilers they're not actually using the annex yet, because what they've done is they've connected onto the drains on the house. But they phoned them up and said, oh, the drains aren't going down. Every time you flush the toilet, it comes out the wet room. And you know what they said to him? They said, oh, it's because we couldn't get a fall on the pipe, because the house, the annex is lower than the house. We've just had to run it in with a backfall. So now every time they flush the toilets, it just comes up out the floor, because they've put like wet rooms in. It's going to be like assisted living, like a care home. It beggars belief what goes through people's heads, and this is what you're pricing against when you price these jobs. Like that would have been commercial if you size that pipe. Well, they've used 50mm track pipe, so it pushes it into commercial. As soon as you go over 35mm domestic ticket, you can only go up to 35mm, or purge volume of 0.35 meters cubed. So it'd have been commercial. I guarantee you they haven't got the commercial gas. There's no purge point at this end. The gas pipe's not labelled up. Say nail on clips, condenser's just shoved through the wall. The flue, I didn't get my tape measure out. The flue on the first floor looked incredibly close to the window as well, so I don't think it was 300mm away. You start looking at the waste pipe. The waste pipe, oh, there was a flexi pan connector just coming out of the wall as well for some reason. No idea what that was all about, but yeah, just flexi. Instead of taking 4 inches through the wall, it's just a flexi pan connector. So you like start looking, and that's just from the outside of the building. You know, I've not even looked at the boilers, so I just said to him, get gas safe out, get them to have a look at it, and yeah, they'll go from there. Look, as I say, the 30 kilowatt boiler in the house is probably oversized anyway as a systems boiler, but that'll be fine. To say they're not actually using the 2 in the annex, but I don't know, that's all going to need ripping out, I think, and doing properly. But yeah, that's my waffle. If you've enjoyed this one, I think I'll end this one there. If you've enjoyed this one, make sure you hit the like button. It really does help me out. If you didn't hit the dislike button, sorry, it's probably been a little bit of a shorter one. I've just been under a little bit of pressure this week, trying to get around jobs and sort stuff out, and up to my eyes in quoting and trying to sort stuff. You know, it's just how it is sometimes. But yeah, we'll catch you all next time.